What I'm about to show you is not religion. It's not philosophy. It's not spirituality. It's peer-reviewed science, published in academic journals, conducted by some of the most credible researchers on the planet. And what they found has shaken the scientific community to its core, because for the first time in human history, science may have just proven that something leaves your body when you die. Something they cannot explain, cannot measure fully, cannot recreate. Something that for thousands of years, every major religion on Earth has had a name for. Stay with me. In the early 2000s, a cardiologist named Dr. Pim van Lommel conducted one of the most rigorous studies ever done on near-death experiences. 344 cardiac arrest patients. No heartbeat, no brain activity, flatlined. 18% of them came back with detailed memories of what happened while they were dead. They described floating above their bodies, watching doctors work, seeing things happening in other rooms they had no physical way of knowing. One blind patient accurately described the exact tools doctors used during her resuscitation, in precise detail, despite having never seen them. Van Lommel published his findings in the Lancet, one of the most respected medical journals in the world. His conclusion: consciousness does not require a functioning brain. In 1907, a physician named Dr. Duncan MacDougall did something extraordinary. He placed dying patients on an incredibly sensitive scale and measured their weight at the exact moment of death. Every single patient lost exactly 21 grams at the precise moment they died. Not before, not after. At that exact moment, 21 grams, consistently, across every patient. Nobody has ever been able to explain the 21 grams. And nobody has been able to replicate the experiment with a different result. Now here's where it gets truly extraordinary. Two of the world's leading physicists, Sir Roger Penrose from Oxford University and Dr. Hameroff developed a theory called orchestrated objective reduction. Their theory proposes that human consciousness is not produced by the brain. Instead, consciousness exists at the quantum level, inside structures called microtubules within our cells. And when the body dies, that quantum information doesn't disappear. Because quantum information, according to the laws of physics, cannot be destroyed. It disperses into the universe itself. Penrose and Hameroff call it quantum consciousness leaving the body. Every other religion on Earth calls it the soul. Between 1988 and 2016, over 2,500 documented near-death experiences. The patterns were identical across every culture, every religion, every country, encountering a presence of overwhelming love and intelligence, a boundary they could not cross, then returning. Children as young as 3 described the same experience as elderly people in Japan, Brazil, Nigeria, and the United States. No cultural contaminación. No shared religious background. Identical experiences. The University of Virginia's Division of Perceptual Studies has documented over 2,500 cases of children who remember previous lives, with verifiable, checkable details that turned out to be accurate. Science doesn't have a framework for this, but God does. Here is what the evidence actually says. Consciousness survives physical death. Dr. MacDougall proved it, that something carries memory, perception, and awareness even without a functioning brain. Van Lommel documented it, and it follows identical patterns across every culture on Earth, pointing not to random chance, but to a designed experience, an intentional transition. Science keeps finding the edges of something it cannot explain, and every single time it reaches that edge, it finds exactly what the Bible described thousands of years ago. You are not just a body. You are not just chemistry and electrical signals. You were made by someone who built eternity into you. And what happens after this life is not an accident. It's not a mystery. It's a destination. If this video made you think differently about existence, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Eine Theovex, because we're just getting started.